This recent procurement brings to a total of 23 brand new aircraft acquired since 2015. May I request we appreciate Mr. President for his unrelenting efforts at equipping the Nigerian Air Force.
Chief of Air Staff and the representatives of the service chiefs, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Defense Intelligence, senior government officials, General Officer Commanding, and the Air Officers Commanding, senior officers both serving and retired, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am highly delighted to be here virtually today to commission this newly acquired Mi-171E helicopter, which is yet another addition to the inventory of the Nigerian Air Force. I am also pleased to unveil the newly reactivated Alpha Jet L-39ZA aircraft, which will significantly boost the capacity of the service to carry out the mandate we have assigned to them. You may also recall that in February this year, I commissioned two Augusta 109 power attack helicopters and one Mi-171E helicopter, which were inducted into the Nigerian Air Force inventory to boost the operational capacity of the service. Today's induction brings to 23 the number of brand new aircraft that have been added to the inventory of the Nigerian Air Force since we came on board in 2015, and is a clear reflection of our unflinching commitment to ensuring the security of Nigeria and Nigerians. These 23 new aircraft are aside the 15 additional aircraft, including 12 Super Tucano aircraft from the United States of America and 3 JF-17 Thunder multi-role fighter aircraft from Pakistan that have been procured and will soon be delivered. Besides these new aircraft, we have also supported the Nigerian Air Force to reactivate over 25 erstwhile unserviceable aircraft, thereby significantly boosting the capacity of the service to deliver robust air power in support of our counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency efforts. It is on record that these additional platforms have contributed immensely to the Air Force's successes against insurgents and armed bandits in recent engagements. It is noteworthy that our Air Force has, since its establishment in 1964, been playing critical roles in national security as well as in peacekeeping operations on the African continent. Our contributions in internal security, peacekeeping, and humanitarian operation in places like the Gambia, Guinea-Conakry, Mozambique, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Mali, Guinea-Bissau, and Cameroon have not only been a source of pride to us as a nation, but has also projected us as a reliable regional power excuse me, that has helped stabilize other nations and stood firm in defense of democracy. This is indeed most commendable, as the Nigerian Air Force, alongside other services, continue to play its unique role in the counter-insurgency operations in the northeast and anti-banditry operations in the northwest, as well as other operations in other parts of the country, where our officers, airmen and airwomen, soldiers and ratings are performing gallantly. I wish to commend the Chief of Air Staff, as well as his officers, airmen and airwomen, for not only remaining at the forefront of the fight against all enemies of our country, but also for the various laudable initiatives embarked upon to bridge capacity and capability gaps, as well as enhance infrastructure in the service and exploit research and development for improved self-reliance. I also congratulate the Air Force leadership and urge them to sustain this trajectory. On our part, we will continue to support you in any way we can to help you become more effective in the execution of your mandate for the safety and security of our country. As part of our commitment, I have released 2 Augusta 101 helicopters from the Presidential Air Fleet to the Nigerian Air Force to improve its tactical lift capability. We believe that releasing these helicopters to the Nigerian Air Force will add more value to the nation as the service employs them in logistic movements in support of their operations, carry out liaison missions, conduct training of additional crew, as well as execution of special missions. It is on record that one of our key promises to the Nigerian people is the resolve to maintain unyielding in confronting the Boko Haram insurgency, as well as other forms of criminality that have bedeviled our country. The successes we have achieved so far have restored some level of stability, not only in Borno and Yobe State, but also in Adamawa State. Consequently, I want to sincerely thank Nigerians for believing in us and coming together as a nation, irrespective of political, religious, and ethnic affiliations, to bring this scourge to an end. I want to once again salute the resolve of our armed forces and the invaluable contributions of all security agencies towards dealing with all threats to our peace and well-being. It is noteworthy that professionalism, capacity building, and the necessary equipping of the armed forces and other security agencies are a major thrust of our administration. Accordingly, the acquisition of brand new platforms and other supporting equipment for our Army, Navy, Air Force, and other security agencies is ongoing. This is in practical fulfillment of my promise to re-professionalize and re-equip an armed forces and the security agencies so that they can effectively discharge their duties to our great nation. I have no doubt that the empowerment, the employment of this Mi-171E helicopter and the reactivated Alpha jets and the L-39ZA aircraft will add impetus to the combat effectiveness and operational efficiency of the Nigerian Air Force in combating our contemporary security challenges. Let me, at this point, reiterate that we as a government remain committed to taking the right steps in the right direction in order to achieve the desired results. The acquisition of these aircraft, among several other military equipment, despite our limited resources, is an expression of that commitment. We shall therefore continue to do our best to ensure that every sector of our nation experiences the change that we have promised the nation. As I commission these aircraft into service today, I urge discipline in their operation and a strong maintenance culture that will enable the nation to drive maximum benefits from the investment. May I enjoin everyone to keep faith with us as we steer the country to a more successful direction. I congratulate the Chief of the Air Staff, the officers and men of the Nigerian Air Force on this occasion of the induction of the new Mi-171E helicopter, as well as the commissioning of the reactivated Alpha jets and L-39ZA aircraft into service. I hereby induct this Mi-171E helicopter into the service of the Nigerian Air Force and our fatherland as NAP 582. I also commission the return to service of the reactivated Alpha jets NAF 465 and NAF 471, as well as the LZ-39ZA aircraft NAF 352. As you fly these aircraft, I wish you safe flying operations, safe skies, as well as equal takeoffs and landings. Congratulations. Thank you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The national anthem. National anthem, please.
We shall now take the national anthem as Mr. President departs. You may please be seated. That concludes the first segment of proceedings.